It was a Wednesday, just past 11 in the morning. The date, January 22nd, 2025. The location, Castaic, California, a community nestled in the rugged terrain north of Los Angeles. Life was about to change dramatically for the residents of this quiet town. Near Lake Hughes Road, a plume of smoke rose from the dry brush. It was an ominous sign of the inferno to come. This was the birth of the Hughes Fire. The Hughes Fire exploded into existence, fueled by the dry vegetation and fanned by strong winds. It was a scene all too familiar in Southern California, a region prone to wildfires. The fire quickly grew, consuming acres of land with each passing minute. The flames danced and swirled, a terrifying display of nature's raw power. The smoke billowed into the sky, a dark column visible for miles. It was a beacon of destruction, a stark warning of the danger that lurked. The smell of smoke filled the air, acrid and choking. It was a smell that would forever be etched in the memories of those who witnessed the fire's fury. The Hughes Fire was not a slow-moving blaze. It was a ravenous beast, devouring everything in its path with terrifying speed. Driven by the relentless winds, the fire spread rapidly, turning acres of brush into a sea of flames within hours. The flames surged forward, a wall of fire consuming everything in its path. Trees exploded into flame, their branches silhouetted against the inferno. The fire leaped across roads, creating a dangerous obstacle for those trying to escape. The fire's rapid spread was due in part to the dry conditions that had plagued the region. Months of below-average rainfall had turned the vegetation into tinder, ready to ignite at the slightest spark. The Santa Ana winds, notorious for their strength and dryness, only exacerbated the situation. They whipped the flames into a frenzy, pushing the fire forward at an alarming rate. As the fire grew, it created its own weather patterns. The intense heat generated powerful updrafts, pulling in air from the surrounding areas. This created erratic winds that further fueled the fire's growth and made it difficult for firefighters to predict its path. The Hughes Fire was a force of nature, unpredictable and unforgiving. The residents of Castaic watched in horror as the fire approached their homes. The flames seemed to grow larger and closer with each passing moment, casting an eerie orange glow over the town. The air was thick with smoke, making it difficult to breathe. Fear gripped the community as the gravity of the situation became clear. This was not just a brush fire. This was a major wildfire, and it was heading straight for them. The evacuation orders came swiftly, broadcast over the radio and television, and amplified by the urgent pleas of neighbors. Families gathered what few belongings they could carry and fled their homes, their hearts pounding with a mixture of fear and adrenaline. The roads out of town were choked with cars, a slow-moving river of headlights snaking its way through the darkness. For many, the evacuation was a chaotic and terrifying experience. The smoke made it difficult to see, and the flames cast an eerie glow on the fleeing cars. Some were forced to leave behind pets and treasured possessions, knowing that they might never see them again. The uncertainty of the situation weighed heavily on their minds, a constant reminder of the danger they faced. Section 4. Battling the Blaze. As the fire raged, firefighters from across Southern California raced to the scene. Fire engines with sirens blaring sped through the smoke-filled streets, their crews prepared to confront the inferno. They were joined by firefighters from neighboring counties, all answering the call to duty. It was an all-out assault on the blaze, a desperate attempt to contain it before it could consume more homes and lives. The firefighters were a dedicated and courageous group, risking their lives to protect their communities. They worked tirelessly, digging fire lines, spraying water and fire retardant, and doing everything in their power to beat back the flames. But the Hughes Fire was a formidable opponent, fueled by the dry vegetation and fanned by the relentless winds. It seemed that for every acre they saved, the fire claimed 2 more. Air support was crucial in those early hours. Helicopters and airplanes, including the massive super scoopers, roared overhead, dropping water and fire retardant on the flames. These aerial attacks helped to slow the fire's spread, giving ground crews a fighting chance. But the fire was relentless, and the battle was far from over. Section 5. Weathering the Storm.